I said that Little Walter is our bird, our Charlie Parker of the instrument of the harmonica. I also said he was Jimi Hendrix. Maybe I should have said that Magic Dick is Jimi Hendrix. Um, Innovator of rock harp. Great innovator of rock harp. I was so obsessed with Magic Dick in the 70s. He was my hero, my model. Okay? Um, and I guess in my heart, I think of Little Walter and Magic Dick as the two greatest blues harp players. I just do. Sorry. Um, and I'm going to try to make a case in a way because Magic Dick could do so much. And he was in a top rock band, man. Um, I kind of thought that they should trade him for Mick Taylor or Ron Wood and put him in the Rolling Stones and put Ron Wood in the Geils Band. That's all going to work out fine, actually. And it's going to work out great for the fucking Stones because they'll have Magic Dick, the world's greatest rock and roll harmonica player, the inventor of rock and roll harmonica. All right, so first of all, though, he could play. All right, now he's from Western Massachusetts. He comes from elsewhere, man. He's not sitting in Chicago with Butterfield and Musselwhite. But as the '60s go on and stuff like this, Boston is on the blues circuit, man, and I bet he's seeing most people. Um, I guess I would say that, I mean, the player I hear him emulating, I think a lot. But he's totally original figure, man. He's a completely original figure, Magic Dick. But if I had to compare him to someone, I guess that's my line. I would be James Cotton, because Cotton rocks, and maybe Dick did pick up some rock and roll moves from Cotton. But first of all, he can play the straight Chicago blues as good as anyone was playing it in the early '70s. Black, white, green, or brown. Really. All right, so here's, I love the Geils Band, although I realize that they're so goofy in a lot of ways, man, and that Peter Wolf is a mixed bag, let's say. Nice soul singer, as it turned out, as he went on. Nice soul singer throughout, really, I should say. But with some funny moves, the dollar sign tuxedo, the marriage to Faye Dunaway, the rhyming stuff that didn't quite kill, if you ask me. But anyway, maybe I shouldn't rag on Peter Wolf. But so how about just the harp solo on "Serves You Right to Suffer," the John Lee Hooker song, and this is the live version from Full House, the classic live album by the Geils Band. And "Serves You Right to Suffer," like I said, is a John Lee Hooker song. I believe, I meant to look this up, but that John Lee Hooker is the one who named Richard Magic Dick. Now, of course, there were Magic Salwitz, Richard Salwitz, Magic Dick. Of course, there were Magic players in the blues: Magic Sam, Magic Slim, and others. So that's legit to call someone Magic, especially if they are a virtuoso player. And but Magic Dick is a tremendous joke, really. Now that's a lot to carry around your whole life too. I think Richard Salwitz, Magic Dick. All right, but anyway, okay. Here's "Serves You Right to Suffer," the harp solo. Just compare with Junior Wells and James Cotton and Little Walter and Sonny Boy. Like, he can do it really, really well. And you get a nice Seth Justman organ solo there. Yeah, that's just steady. It's okay. Here's one thing to say about Magic Dick every time out. It's perfectly clean. There's nothing is in there that he doesn't intend specifically to be in there. He doesn't miss a note or hit it close like a lot of harp players, semi-intentionally, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want it to sound rough and bluesy and chordy, and I'm not trying usually to get totally precise. Although when I was emulating Magic Dick in the 70s, I was trying to get totally precise, and I can do it pretty good on some days. One thing I want to just say about him is that one thing he invented when he invented harp as a rock instrument is the harmonica rhythm track. And a lot of times he would just set down a rhythm, or a hook melody rhythm, single notes, not chords, usually, super rhythmic, perfectly, like really makes the song, gives it excellent drive and shit like this. And like I say, a single note melodic rhythm line that maybe keeps up through the whole song and stuff like this. And the first J. Geils album, that's the way he established a number of the songs. That is the inventive part of rock harmonica, I think. Like, no one had played like this before. Like, just set a melodic rhythm and let the rest of the players kind of work around that, and even the singer. Things like this. Here's Gonna Find Me a New Love from, this is from the second album. Morning After. Okay, there's probably a solo coming or whatever, but that's cool, and that's an original concept, all right? This idea of we're riffing through the song to drive the rhythm and to set the hook, man. All right, or something like the perfect cleanness of it boggled my mind a little bit and changed my playing as soon as I started trying to do it. Like, how about this one? This is the first song from the first album, I believe. Wait, from the Geils Band. I loved that sound, man. I thought that sound was amazing. And I also thought that everyone would be playing rock harp at any minute, you know. Like, Dick showed us how to do this, and let's do it, all right? And I played in some rock bands around DC, or I tried out for some, like, Deep Purple tribute bands and shit like this, like, thinking that this is going to be a rock instrument. But I didn't get that Deep Purple gig, which really makes sense. Like, I wasn't really going to play Highway Star on the harp. Anyway, Yeah, I was going to try, but I did try. Um, so as a rhythm artist, for one thing, just or as like a really innovative figure in just conceiving how the harp can be used in these different combos and shit. Um, or how about this one? The harp line to Give It to Me. This was their biggest hit until the 80s. Um, where it got a little bit unfortunate, if you ask me. But anyway, this is one of the first reggae songs. It's kind of a reggae song on the American charts. And Dick does a sweet, kind of chordy rhythm track that sets the whole thing up. Why don't do? You know, kind of a reprehensible song. That was a fun song, though, when it was on the charts, dude. And the harp line is great. It's not like some big technical thing, but it's perfectly clean again, you know. He set a higher technical standard. I mean, like I say, I took a couple of harp lessons from my girlfriend's sister's boyfriend, Pierre Beauregard of the band Powerhouse, who was a friend of Magic Dick's. And I mean, he said things to me like this, like, Dick is completely unsatisfied with the quality of the harmonicas that he has to play, like, you know, Marine Band harps or whatever, you know, blues harps, Hohner products. Because I mean they're not obviously up to the standards of like Gibson or Fender guitars, you know, Rickenbacker basses or something like this. Like I'm playing arenas and I'm playing on records that are big hits and stuff like this. All right, these instruments do not meet the standard. So from pretty early, he was redesigning and I think technically working, filing, creating harps that did meet his standards. So these are innovations in the instrument, right? And they also working on new harp tunings and stuff. Okay. Obviously, or you know, Whammer Jammer is his signature harp instrumental, and I mean the only things I'm going to put it up with are Roller Coaster and Creeper Creeps Again, Little Walter and James Cotton. Like this is the greatest harp solo I've ever heard, except for maybe those. Maybe they're all equal. It's so perfect. I can't believe how written it is. Every single riff is totally coherent, worked out completely, and the whole narrative arc is beautiful. All right. And the playing is unfucking-believable, especially live. I did see him live at the Cap Center outside DC. And he did this, I mean, and I fainted, you know what I mean? Like, but okay. So this is the live version of Whammer Jammer from Live Full House. Jackson King's Full House. Geils Band. I have that album on my wall somewhere. I have it framed somewhere. I was a good young harp player. I worked hard on this for months or years. There's a lot I never got. Okay, not at this speed for sure. I said you're gonna get crazy. I get down to it. I said you're gonna
Get it all down, get it all night, get it all right, get it outside, get down, baby. Yeah. Whamma jamma, let me hear you, dig it. Come on, baby.
Oh my God. There's so much technology going on there. Like, how about those blue bends, which he's so masterful with? And he introduced everyone to how you should do that. But the whole thing, man, like every riff, every lick, the way he does an easy lick, explosively, perfectly, you know, is unique, man. Like, yeah, my God, Magic Dick. Now, I try a couple other things that I think are kind of innovative. There's a lot of ways to show this. How about a rock song like this and just the line that Dick works out for it, and then the hyper clean way he plays it till the walls come tumbling down. From Love Stinks. Great harp solo on that one too. But again, I'm emphasizing like the riff, the setting, the idea of a rock band based around a harmonica. Okay, he not only innovated that, he proved it. Like, he proved that this could be a great configuration for a rock band and a great basis for a rock band. But not enough people took it. I thought it was going to be all there was after that, you know, in a way. But he proved it, man. He didn't have a lot of takers. Now he does, really. I mean, Jason Ritchie and others. But yeah, I don't know. For one thing, it's hard to play really good rock guitar. There was really only one person in the world that could play rock and roll harmonica like that, and I other people could try, I guess, so maybe that was part of the problem. This was hard to do if you weren't Magic Dick. I'm sure it was pretty hard to do if you were Magic Dick. I'll give you another example. This is, this is almost a throwaway moment for the Geils Band, a cover of Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes. It's a beautiful cover. And the line that Dick works out for Where Did Our Love Go, it's been running through my head for 50 years now. No, not quite. Now playing the rhythm. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Okay, that's. I just play that line for pleasure. Just pick up a harp and do it. And I'm like, wow, don't, wow, don't, wow, da 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 da. Oh hell yeah, man! Rock and Soul Harmonica by Magic Dick Salwitz. All right, let's try a couple other. All right, just to all right, yeah, he really did try to innovate some rock and roll harmonica. Like, how about this impossible solo? With some effects pedals and stuff, I think, at this point, too. Stoop Down number 39, which I knew better than to even try this, really. Wow. All right. When he did that on Nightmares and Other Tales from the Vinyl Jungle, there was only one person on the planet who could do that, and that was Magic Dick. All right. And boy, that's rocking, right? Rocking. I guess I've been a little. All right. I guess I've been a little disappointed with Magic Dick post Jay Geils. I wish there was more of him. I didn't love the Jay Geils Magic Dick Band blues time, although all kinds of interesting stuff happens there. I don't feel like he's that strong a vocalist, I guess, is one problem. And I wish, I guess, that he'd been sharing more blues harp moves all these decades. But in the last decade or so, he's done a lot of really interesting stuff. He's put out an album with a guitar player named Shun Ng, NG, which I guess is probably Vietnamese. And there's some really interesting stuff on this, including a new version of Whammer Jammer, which uses the magic-tuned harmonica that I think that Pierre was telling me about in the 70s even. I mean, some things you could do to retune a harmonica are pretty obvious. You could make the upper register more like the lower register, and then you could solo on it more easily on the upper register. So this is kind of what he's doing, I think, in the reconceived Whammer Jammer. See, that's what he's doing instead of the blow band. Is something pretty much technically impossible on a conventional diatonic, but I think he's playing a harp of his own design there, and it comes out really cool. A couple of the other, like this one, Dixology.
Dixology, take 3.
Chromatic. That's got a lot of feel too, man. Listen to that whole thing if you want. Dixology by Magic Dick and Shun Ning. Shun Ing. All right, well, there's other stuff I want to say, I guess. Plenty of other stuff I wanted to say. I guess if I had a criticism of Magic Dick, it would be that he's too clean. Sometimes he's too clean. Right? You need that. A little more rough bluesy edge would be good at times. So, for example, he does back on Monkey Island, the album. The title cut is a bizarre thing, 8 minutes long on Monkey Island, and he plays a harmonica solo with wah-wah pedals and maybe some other effects, like R. Hendrix or whatever. But okay, so "I'm Not Rough" by Louis Armstrong. When Louis plays it, he plays it with so much feel, so much rhythmic alteration, man. Like he just hangs back, man. Or he drives forward. When Dick plays it, he plays it precisely, absolutely right, and it's admirable. But it doesn't have the feel, man. So that's the danger of being this technical perfectionist, a la Dick. Okay. Is that you might lose a little of the feel. "I'm Not Rough." We should play the Louis. I mean, it's not. It doesn't sound good, and it's hard. Okay, that's hard to do. And it's hard to do it that well. Plus, punching those notes, man. Like I said about Butterfield, the single note, Dick can do that and more. Okay, but he doesn't get the Louis Armstrong jazz vibe. Even though Dick was a trumpet player and does play trumpet and sax maybe on some J. Geils and other records. All right, and I'm going to say this. To me, Little Walter, then Magic Dick, then the rest, I guess. And that's I don't know if anyone is going to bother with me being controversial on that, but that's what my heart says. And I have reasons for this. The technical facility is unbelievable. The innovation in rhythm harp and other myriad techniques is incomparable. So that is Magic Dick, Richard Salwitz.